Hello everyone in Oneness. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here. In Oneness, I'm Jessica Delmar. So I put out my last video, which was about twin flames, and actually even more information started coming through to clarify the whole twin flame situation, but more so kind of open up this new avenue which started coming through, which is this flame of light information in connection to the whole twin flame journey. So if you think about it, we're moving from 3D into 5D, and so our perception and the way that we interpret messages and the way that we experience our reality, especially when it comes to manifestation and the manifestation of our reality, these things need to change, and they're going to change with our shifting thoughts, our shifting patterns and belief systems and paradigms and programs. And so this is kind of simply the same thing that's coming through regarding this whole twin flame information, because the guides want this energy of what we've put into the belief system of twin flames to shift and rise up into, from 3D into 5D, into this new perspective, this new interpretation, this new vibration of energy in the realm of the whole twin flame experience, if this is something you identify with. This is why we said it's not about the whole twin flame experience. It's not about the labels. It's about the energy, that underlying energy that's calling for you to give more attention to in order to receive the greater message or flow of energy that desires to come through for you through this powerful experience. So this is sort of what was shown to me. I'm going to refer back to the soul cake. We have the different dimensions, 3D, 4D, and 5D, for example. 4D is simply just like a portal of energy that connects 3D to 5D, but I'm going to put it here because it's part of the layered cake, it's part of the wholeness. So the soul aspects, what was shown to me is we have our greatest soul in oneness. This is the energy of source, where we each embody the energy of source within. And so if we get to a place of recognizing that, we are creating then from the energetic vibration of holding source within. So you're creating your reality through that vibration of source within versus creating a reality from the vibration of duality and a very 3D vibration, if you will. So the greater soul is, if you want to look at the frosting on this cake, it envelops everything. It is the whole cake, if you will. It's simply broken down into different layers or different branches, if you will, if you think of a tree, in order to connect to the manifested person, place, or thing in each dimension. So for example, 3D, the greater soul, the frosting on the cake, is, you can see that there's this layer of frosting right above 3D and in between 3D and 4D. This is kind of like the broken down aspect of the greater source or the greater energy of oneness. It's here close to the third dimensional realm because it's able to connect to the physical incarnation here in 3D in an easier way. It's able to offer its soul essence to provide life force energy for that physical incarnation to be birthed and to experience. But it's still part of the greater wholeness of the greater soul in oneness or source itself. What started unfolding for me after the last video I put out is the souls right now, because on our ascension journey, we are shifting from 3D into 5D. It's not only a physical thing, it's a physical and non-physical thing. So what was explained to me is that our soul that we connect to and we feel, for example, as being ours, is shifting or has already shifted from this 3D layer into the 5D layer. So our souls that we are connecting with, again, on the closer proximity to us, because again, there's many different layers of the soul, but the soul closest to us that kind of offers the life force energy closest to us, if you will, that's now existing in 5D. So everything that's showing up in your experience, again, the soul is always showing up in your experience, no matter what is playing out in your experience. Your soul is showing up in your relationships, your soul is showing up in the animal on your front yard. The soul is showing up in the sun, in the sky. It is everywhere because it's co-creating your experience with you. But because your soul is now here in 5D, your soul is showing up in your experience in a 5D way. And this is bringing more energy. It's bringing 5D energy into your experience. And this is why a lot of people have been experiencing very powerful attractions and pulls and whatever in their relationships. Because like I was saying in the last video, the best way for your soul to show up for you in a way that you can consciously be aware of it is through relationships and other people. And so this is why the energy working between or within relationships for many people have gotten a lot more powerful. And whether you identify that as a twin flame experience and relationship or not, it's still your greater soul showing up for you in one way or another. The messages that we portray is simply trying to get you in a place to open up your consciousness and awareness to understanding the energy that's showing up for you. And when you're able to understand that greater energy showing up for you, no matter what the experience, then you're able to integrate the message, expand to new layers of consciousness and thought, and then therefore manifest something greater than where you are right now, or manifest more of where you are right now if you're in a great experience already. The reason why we brought up twin flames is because when we tap into the wholeness of the twin flame energy in the collective, if you will, it's a pool of energy. So it's almost like trying to dissect a pot of soup. There's a lot of things happening in the twin flame energy collective. You have the carrots, you have the potatoes, you have the onions, you have the bay leaves, you have the tomatoes, you have all of these different ingredients in this soup. And so people are in different layers and stages within what they would refer to as the twin flame experience. So the message that we were bringing forward was about what is kind of like the overarching energy. What's the strongest energy here that needs to shift? The great things happening in twin flame relationships are not necessarily things that need to shift, because if it's going great for you, then it's going great and you want to continue feeding that energy, you want to continue riding that ride, and that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, in relationships in general, as well as especially in the twin flame experience, there's also a lot of duality. There's a lot of people who find themselves in relationships, powerful relationships, but they're not experiencing them to the best of their ability. They're not experiencing them from this great sense of fulfillment and purpose and wonder and beauty and ease and unconditional love. If that were true, there wouldn't be a whole bunch of people talking about the difficulties that they're experiencing in twin flame relationships. And so we're just here to simply shift the energy of any difficult experience you may be having in your relationships, no matter if it's twin flame or not. It's the same thing. It's the same energy that you're playing with, so that you can shift out of that energy and into the higher vibration, so that the relationship that you're working with becomes not one of struggle, but one of expansion. So here our souls are in this 5D layer of the cake, if you will, and it's our souls here in this higher vibration that's trying to pull us here in 3D and 4D up into 5D. Our souls are our tether to 5D, and so as it shows up in our experience, it's trying to get us to be in a place where we can consciously be aware of whatever the message is, and then use that to our advantage to expand into 5D. This goes into the inner guidance system that we have, the vibrational guidance system or inner compass that we have. So when you're in high vibrations in your dimensional experience or your physical experience, you're going to open more ease and flow. Your relationships will be about ease and flow. This is how you know that you're in alignment and you're moving with the flow of your greater soul in 5D that's trying to pull you towards 5D. This is how you know you're moving into 5D. If in your inner vibrational guidance system, your inner compass, if you feel disconnection, or if there is disconnection between you and your greater soul, which is existing in 5D, then duality is going to show up for you. Suffering is going to show up for you. Your relationships may not be as in alignment or in ease and flow as you want it and desire it to be. And so it's simply trying to tell you that you're not in alignment with your greater soul. And so if you do the work to get yourself into a place of alignment in higher vibrations, then the dynamic is going to shift within your relationship, within yourself as well, because everyone's on their own journey. So if it doesn't shift within the relationship, then it just means that on a higher level, maybe it wasn't meant to be in that relationship at that time or at that moment. And so your inner vibrational guidance system, your inner compass, is just trying to get you in alignment with your greater soul so that you can move further and further into 5D. I'm going to read to you what came through after I put out the last post. The flame of light is energy of wholeness within. It is a connection of your 5D soul to your 3D and 4D body. It is a strong opening of 5D energy into your stage of reality. Meaning if you're in 3D or 4D, your 5D energy, your 5D soul is opening up into wherever you are. 5D is powerful. It is opening through the cracks of 3D and shifting energy from within. It is an open gateway for you to shift into higher vibration and frequency. What we want to do is pull you out of the loop of validation when it comes to twin flame beliefs. Do not validate your lower vibrational or higher vibrational experiences in your relationship because of the whole twin flame thing or the whole twin flameness of your relationship. For example, do not validate the lower vibrations that you hold within you as just a part of being in a twin flame relationship. Validate your experiences based upon your connection to your greater soul, whether you are closer or farther away in alignment to your soul. Your distance in twin flame relationships or any relationship is because of distance from your 5D soul. Your closeness in twin flame relationships or any relationship is because of closeness of your 5D soul. Remain in close proximity to your soul by opening oneness within. And opening oneness within will open wholeness within. Opening wholeness within will then shift the energetic dynamic within the entire relationship. The energy of twin flames is powerful in your minds because of the belief system attached to it. If there was no such thing as the label of what we call twin flames, you would then navigate your relationships based upon what is energetically strong or weak, or anything in between. And in connection with your inner guidance system, your inner compass, which is connected to your greater soul, you would then navigate your relationships in open energy rather than closed energy. When there is intense push and pull in the relationship, hot and cold, then it means that the relationship that you have with your greater soul is push and pull and hot and cold. You must balance the energy out by balancing the energy within. Everything is vibration and energy, not labels. You have the ability to believe whatever you want and create whatever you want in your experience. But if you are struggling in a relationship, then obviously something is not working out for you. And the knowledge of how the energy is working out for you in that relationship, understanding that it's directly connected to your inner vibration, is going to help you shift not only your inner vibration, but how the energy in the relationship pans out as well. Vibration and energy does not discriminate. It is the same in everything, just different intensities and frequencies. Everything is a manifestation of your beliefs and thoughts. Energy is energy. How it shows up for you will be a direct correlation to how you show up for yourself. Your 3D and 5D soul is connected to the interwebs that connect it to the greater soul in oneness. There is only wholeness. The twin flame journey in 5D is not the same as it is in 3D or 4D. The reason for the great and powerful pull of twins in 3D and 4D are because 5D energy is showing up in the energetic transfer between two people. If one or both of the twins are not in 5D, then the energy transfer will be much like oil is to water. It will repel or bring about a very contracting energy. However, if both of the twins are in 5D, then the energy transfer will seamlessly integrate and a balanced, harmonic relationship can take place. And again, this is not just for twin relationships or twin flame relationships. This is for any relationship that you have. The person that shows up as your twin or the other person in your relationship, that person is a magnetic pull of your greater soul, that 5D soul. It is answering a call of your greater soul more directly connected to you here in 3D or 4D. Meaning that 5D energy is working in the non-physical and creating a pull between the two people in order to push the two people further into 5D. That powerful energetic pull that you feel in the relationship is your 5D soul intertwining in your conscious awareness. We are not denying your experiences in your powerful relationships, but understanding how the energy is working between two people, places, or things will help you step away from the situation a bit so that you do not get pulled into the loop of duality when and if those dualistic things show up for you in your relationships. Stepping back is opening your consciousness to a bigger picture and allowing the flow of divine light and energy into the energy exchange between you and the other person, place, situation, or thing that you find yourself in or connected to. Stepping back is what we would call letting go, but it's not detaching and it's not necessarily a physical letting go. It is simply a shift of your energy and shifting your consciousness so that you're not holding so tight to whatever that other thing is, which prevents that flow of divine energy from entering and doing what it needs to do in order to elevate your relationship with the other person, place, or thing into new heights of expansion. I want to share something that came through. There was a comment on YouTube that asked if I could speak a little bit more about the etheric part of, I guess if you would call twin flames or any sort of union, soulmates, whatever, partnerships, that union in the non-physical. And how for this person, for example, she very much felt some sort of union happening even before they physically met in person in 3D. And this kind of connects to the whole twin flame experience because the souls in the non-physical are so closely together. You merge almost as one. And so in the physical, you're experiencing that powerful pull and that powerful attraction. What came through in response to that question is that the union of the souls in non-physical is the magnetic pull of the soul in the non-physical between two points, if you will, of the soul that are in harmonic resonance. When a person is ready for a powerful relationship, in the non-physical, the two souls unite, much like they were showing me like two notes or chords like on a guitar or on a piano, and they're playing at the same time, so that the two people in the physical can unite once the two souls unite. Sometimes the notes or the chords need tuning in order to get into the harmonic resonance desired. And so the tuning process is your greater soul tuning each of your souls together. And that then therefore filters into your physical experience. So that tuning process is going to filter into your experience. Sometimes that tuning process takes a little while. Sometimes it may be a little bit of a discord in terms of tuning. And so it needs to get the harmonies just right. But regardless, if you have that desire to be harmonized, then it's going to tune in the non-physical so that some sort of harmony can be established. Sometimes the tuning does not go well. Other times the tuning perfectly harmonizes. Either way, it is perfect unfolding. Everything plays out in the non-physical first before manifested in the physical. Your thoughts, intentions, and beliefs play a big role in how things unfold in the non-physical before aligning to it in the physical. Your soul is carrying out the tuning phase, or that tuning process, between the two souls, or between the two points of the greater soul, if you will, or the two chords or notes of the greater soul, based upon your intentions, thoughts, and beliefs. And now going back to the message that came through, creation and destruction work in everything and anything. Both are essentially creation energy. Just one is expansion and one is contraction. The pull between people are the greatest ways to utilize the creation energy for birthing new expansion. Even in contraction, expansion can be found. Expansion found in twin flames or relationships are powerful, but we also do not want to take away from expansion energy that can be found in many other people, places, things, and experiences that show up for you in your reality, pushing you into 5D. Our message about twin flames is simply to help you to lift up from the energy of the twin flame 3D and 4D consciousness and into the 5D consciousness of twin flame energy, which is that twin flames are two aspects of the same soul, united in wholeness, so that in union, they are not only energetically connected to each other, but also energetically connected to all. The journey of twin flame union in 5D is simply the greater soul journey in oneness. This is because even if you and another may be two halves of the same soul, when you integrate wholeness within as each individual, you are no longer a half of a soul, but rather a complete source within. Namaste in 5D will take on a whole new meaning. It will become the inner source within me bows to and recognizes the inner source within you. The powerful, strong pull between people will span to many that you will connect with, not just people. The wholeness within you will recognize the wholeness within everything around you. You will recognize the wholeness within your pet, within the tree, within the wind, within the food you eat, and etc., etc. And so the relationship that you have with the world around you will be experienced in a whole new way and will come from more of a place of balance, ease, and flow. And that's what needed to come through in this video. We are hosting our first workshop on September 11, that's going to connect more to that inner flame of light within, the source within, opening more wholeness within as we step further into 5D. And we kind of want to break down this whole concept a little bit more in addressing people on their individual journeys. This workshop's going to be online, and I hope if you feel called to and if you resonate with this and what we're going to be doing in the workshop, I hope to see you there. I'll be sure to put a link to the workshop below for you to take a look at all the details. Thank you everyone for watching this video together with you in Oneness. I am Jessica Delmar. Oneness and love be with you.